In the world of martial arts, it's unfortunate to witness so many fraudulent instructors misleading and manipulating unsuspecting people.
Using the sound and projecting energy can actually knock somebody out. Samantha is going to try for her first time to actually knock me out using just the sound and the energy projection.
These so-called masters pretend to possess the ultimate self-defense techniques, taking advantage of their followers' trust to make money.
Pressure point, and he feels it because it's a hip point. But then you're going to leave the ground and hit the pressure point. You see the way the body rocks? But when I jump up and I'm off the ground, it rocks through his body. Did you see his other leg kick out?
The only real skill these guys have is their complete lack of shame. But there's a bright side to all this nonsense. It's incredibly satisfying to see these frauds get called out and taken down by real fighters. So without wasting any more time, let's dive right in. DKU, a Korean self-defense enthusiast, has already declared himself the next Bruce Lee. DK rose to fame by displaying his self-defense techniques across the internet. However, it seems that online fame wasn't enough for him. He wanted to prove that even professional fighters couldn't stand a chance against him. But he made a critical error by underestimating the legendary Manny Pacquiao's abilities.
Will that smile turn into focus?
He was clearly caught off guard when he realized that, unlike the paid actors he was used to, Pacquiao was a genuine threat.
Division world champion Manny goes right after. That missed. Good movement by DKU.
Ooh,
There
good
he
punch
goes.
by
He
Manny.
Manny landed.
H was before, so
There's a left there by. We'll see if Manny gets the tag him and he grips the body.
lightning fast to the head. Like he's
Oh, the right hook up top by Manny.
Ooh, let's go, man.
Like a blacksmith, Pacquiao methodically hammered DK with pain and punishment, once again proving that DK's so-called skills were nothing more than flashy theatrics.
Going with him, and so his legs are being technique and having to stick to that, it's exhausting.
Shape and being in shape. They're two totally different things.
Yeah.
And you prolongate some time, and now he's back to DK against the corner couple. Manny driving DK.
Oh my God!
In the end, Pacquiao reminded DK that his arena is Instagram, not the battlefield of real combat. This is Mao, a self-proclaimed Tai Chi master. After years of calling himself a fighting guru, Mao decided to finally put his skills to the test in a real fight. Unsurprisingly, he didn't pick a trained boxer or anyone with actual combat experience. Instead, he chose an opponent who was simply a boxing fan and had just turned 50. Let's see how that went. This so-called master built his reputation by bragging about his deadly techniques, claiming his skills were unbeatable and that no one on earth could ever take him down in a fight. However, one day he boldly decided to challenge a professional MMA fighter. And let's just say, things didn't exactly go as he imagined. Instead of heading back to his monks for some quiet reflection, he ended up taking an unplanned trip to the hospital. There are plenty of pretenders across Asia who merely act like martial arts masters, but lack any real skill. But Chinese MMA fighter Xu Xiaodong took it upon himself to expose these frauds, determined to show the world that their so-called skills were as fake as Truman's World. The first target in his mission to debunk them? A Tai Chi master. The fight kicked off with the so-called master launching into a dramatic dragon-style attack. That's when Xu Xiaodong decided to unleash his full arsenal of techniques. In the end, Xu Xiaodong proved that this master's skills were worth less than a Black Friday bargain bin deal. This Wing Chun master wanted to demonstrate his skills to his students, so he invited a boxer to his gym. A huge mistake. A self-proclaimed kung fu master appeared on a popular TV show, eager to show off his so-called strength by smashing through multiple layers of bricks in one strike. Unfortunately for him, he had no idea that the host had been planning to expose his act from the very beginning.
That's incredible. Wait, no, and to be honest, I actually felt these bricks. These are real bricks. I mean, there's no joke. Oh! Wow! Check it out, baby. Guns.
Guns! How the hell did you do that?
Actors without an Oscar, the ultimate clowns of our time. That's the perfect way to describe the so-called no-touch masters. After all, they claim,
Samantha is going to try for her first time to actually knock me out using just the sound and the energy projection.
but Xu Xiaodong stepped in to prove their fights were nothing but staged acts. The fight began, and Xu Xiaodong quickly put the no-touch master to sleep. A kung fu master challenged a Muay Thai fighter to an intense sparring session. What was he even thinking? In the next fight, another fake master not only lost, but completely embarrassed himself. His opponent, a boxer, chose to fight using just one hand. The fight started, and the one-armed boxer charged in, utterly dismantling him with just his left hand. The referee stepped in to save the poor guy, but it only delayed the inevitable destruction. After all, the boxer completely crushed the master's will. This is Song Di, a Tai Chi master, also known as the Tai Chi madman. This video was probably filmed during a vacation paid for with money he scammed from people through his fake martial arts lessons. This MMA fighter takes pleasure in exposing fake martial artists, and Song Di accepted his challenge. That same night, he also went up against another fake martial artist, Ding Hao, and the result was just as one-sided. This guy took on 2 fake martial artists in a single night and walked out of the arena without a scratch. This next Tai Chi master, sporting a black sleeveless shirt, had been non-stop trash-talking his opponent online. He boldly claimed Tai Chi could dominate both MMA and boxing, even saying Floyd Mayweather wouldn't stand a chance against him. With such big talk, it's time to see how his online bravado holds up in the ring, not behind a screen. Another non-contact fighting clown challenged a real boxer, but after feeling the pro's power, the master quickly realized his crane style was useless and switched to what looked like ritual dancing. Eventually, the boxer got tired of chasing the clown and dropped him into a state of horizontal meditation. In the end, the professional fighter delivered a harsh lesson to yet another fraud. And just like that, the fight ended with the very first jab.
It just seems to me that, like, did you see that video that is becoming a huge issue in China?
Yes.
That a Chinese Tai Chi master tried to fight an MMA fighter and just got obliterated in 10 seconds. And this guy's had to hide. This Chinese MMA fighters had to go into hiding because people are offended that he battered this Tai Chi master and made their country look bad. Because it's making their traditional martial art look ineffective.
In yet another showdown between a fake master and a real fighter, the MMA fighter ended up channeling One Punch Man. This is Gus Caparros, a self-proclaimed sensei at his own school, Green Cloud Kung Fu, where he makes money teaching self-defense to countless students. While the backstory of this clip remains unclear, we can all sit back, watch, and speculate about what actually went down.
Tak właśnie miało być. Oczywiście Usmane Diab do takich kopnięć przyzwyczajony nie jest. Bombardier został zbombardowany przez Mariusz.
A self-proclaimed master took the stage on Sri Lanka's Got Talent, hoping to prove that 10 years of dedicated kung fu had made his body unbreakable. He walked on confidently, ready to wow the judges and crowd with his godlike strength. But instead of winning the show, he ended up winning a 3-week stay in the hospital.
if I press all 3 of those at the same time, he will go unconscious. All right, so I'm gonna do that, guys, right now. Small intestines, large intestine. Ready?
The man in the brown shirt teaches kung fu to teens. When an MMA coach told them their training was useless without takedown defense and suggested switching to MMA, the kung fu master stormed into the gym and challenged him to a fight. This fake martial arts demo began like any other clown show, with the master flaunting his usual nonsense. But things took a turn when one frustrated student snapped and turned on him. Honestly, you can't blame him. It was only a matter of time before someone got fed up with the act.
Okay, leave it loose, okay? Relax, mate, okay? We're just doing a move.
Relax, man. You're trying to do the move on me, man. Just do the move. Hurry up.
All right. Sorry. No, sorry. It's my fault. Sorry. Okay. Look, sorry, mate. I'm having a bad day. Just grab relax a bit. Okay, we'll break this grip off. Right?
It's fine. Hey! Stop. Okay. Yeah, stop. Oh. Stop, kid. Stop, man.
One of the best ways to expose the flaws in these so-called martial arts is by pitting them against combat sports like boxing or MMA. But it gets even better when both fighters are amateurs, creating a level playing field. In this case, a Wing Chun practitioner put his skills to the test against a boxer. So if you thought the earlier fights were unfair, this one should erase all your doubts.
Circle around. Let's go. Circle around. Meet him, baby. There you go. Down long. Circle around. Don't go straight back and forward. There you go. Work in circles. Circle around. Hands up. There you go. Circle around. Move, baby. Work in circles. There we go. Work in circles. There you go. Get in. Hands up. Hands up. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Let's go. 30 seconds. Your hands up. There you go.
The Wukong master on the left stepped into the cage to face an MMA fighter. Someone really needs to tell him this isn't Dragon Ball. This guy claims to be a pressure point master, whatever that means, and challenged an amateur boxer to a sparring session. To make matters worse, he was already acting cocky before the fight even began.
12 seconds later.
In a clash of styles, a Shaolin monk stepped into the ring against a pro boxer, but it quickly became clear he either forgot how to punch or never learned. The result? A brutal knockout, proving karma never misses.
他的打法呢，技术比较全面，你看拳腿、组合都有。现在武僧一龙。
A fake master and an amateur boxer walk into a bar. This so-called no-touch master built his reputation on claims of mystical powers, knocking out students with just a wave of his hand. For 30 years, he fooled people with techniques that had zero real-world use. But things took a turn when an MMA fighter challenged him, eager to see those powers in action. The master confidently accepted, and let's just say, it didn't end well. Instead of cashing in on his tricks, he got a harsh dose of instant karma. This one's a classic. A kung fu master stormed into an MMA gym with his loyal followers, determined to prove that, unlike other Tai Chi masters, his techniques actually worked in a real fight. Interestingly, the kung fu master was much bigger than the MMA fighter, so if anyone still believed weight was the deciding factor in past fights, this match should put those doubts to rest.
If I touch anywhere here and just lightly tap here. Whoa!
This was the exact moment the master probably realized he should give his student a raise, because keeping up the illusion of his so-called powers clearly took some award, worthy acting. Once upon a time, a kung fu master challenged a boxing coach, and let's just say, this story doesn't have a happy ending. Wearing a black sleeveless shirt, the man stormed into a boxing gym and arrogantly challenged the coach, thinking his height would outweigh the coach's 20 years of experience. But luckily, the coach wasn't about to back down or go easy. Conspiracy theorists say the master knew he was about to get put to sleep. That's why he showed up wearing pajamas. This no-touch master is famous for his seemingly supernatural powers, stunning crowds by dropping his students with just a wave of his hand. His performances earned him a near mythical reputation, appearing to knock people out without a single touch. Would his mystical moves hold up against real-world combat skills? Let's find out. This was a harsh wake-up call for the so-called master. It took just 20 seconds for the MMA fighter to drop him, completely shattering the illusion of his so-called mystical powers. 4 months of MMA training against a lifelong Tai Chi master. This cocky, steroid-pumped fighter strutted into the ring full of arrogance, convinced his jacked physique and tattoos were enough to crush his opponent. With a smug smile, he expected an easy win and a show of dominance. Instead, he got a swift and humbling dose of instant karma.
En español, DWT.
Y arranca el combate, vamos a ver con qué precisión. Directamente al suelo. Esto se veía venir, es muy probable que Gas vaya a por el suelo,
cuidado.
es lo más probable.
Intenta el derribo ahora, le hace
Es
muy
que
bien
es
el
muy
scroll,
pesado,
Zlatko.
muy pesado. Y no quiere que se levante, Efectivamente, Zlatko lo que pretende es que haya striking.
Cuidado, lo tocó,
¡Tío!
lo ha sentado. Ha sentado el Zlatko. Lo va a finalizar. ¡Cuidado!
This fight is the perfect reminder that muscle alone means nothing in MMA. In a world where technique, strategy, and skill rule, brute strength can only take you so far. And in this case, it didn't take him far at all.
Game over.
In this matchup, we've got a Shaolin monk in white gloves facing off against a professional MMA fighter in black. Confident in his centuries-old training, the monk had issued the challenge months earlier, eager to prove that his traditional techniques could hold up in a modern fight. After weeks of preparation, the stage is set. Ancient discipline meets professional experience. Let's see how it all unfolds.
拳拿起来，拳拿起来，对方有一记后高手，又来，又是一记。好的，打一摆拳。
Round 2. Fight.
Turns out, they don't teach self-defense against a good old body shot. This self-proclaimed Tai Chi master challenged a professional kickboxer. Let's see how well that goes for him. This one's hilarious. He calls his style flying kung fu, yet he got taken down by a Muay Thai woman. The karate enthusiast thought he could take on a seasoned MMA fighter. While karate has its moments, thinking it could match the all-around intensity of MMA was more than just optimistic. It was delusional. He stepped into the ring full of confidence, not realizing he was basically dressed for bed, pajamas and all, because after a few blows, that nap came fast. It only took a few solid shots to the head and some quick takedowns for the karate guy to throw in the towel, quickly realizing he was out of his depth. His rapid defeat drove home a harsh reality. Just 4 months of MMA training. That's all it took to expose a clueless punk pretending to be a master.
1 hour later.
Aikido is better than Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
An Aikido master who looked like a Steven Seagal wannabe got slapped so hard, he ended up looking like a ref calling for a timeout. Muay Thai is without a doubt the toughest and most authentic combat sport in Asia, and this Chinese master is about to learn that the hard way.
包括了比赛继续我们看这个反击打拱应该是不能继续比赛。
This Shaolin master-turned-boxer got cocky after beating some low-level opponent, bragging that no one could knock him out, until a real fighter stepped in and silenced him fast.
And he has plenty of them.
再看一下慢动作，2拳、3拳、4拳、5拳。
The guy with the gloves had just 8 months of boxing training, while the other had been calling himself a kung fu master for over 30 years. And just like that, he quits. It's exactly like Mike Tyson said. Everyone has a plans until they get punched in the face. A group of wannabe street fighting masters showed up at Rukia Ao's gym, thinking they could take him down. They didn't last a single minute. Rukia tore through them with ease. Hard punches, brutal kicks, making it crystal clear they never stood a chance against real skill. These so-called martial artists might have a rough idea of striking, not a great one, but at least they try. But when it comes to submissions, they're completely clueless. Another karate guy turned out to be nothing more than a punk when faced with a real badass strongman. This Tai Chi sensei stormed into a boxing gym looking for a spar. Let's see if there's any magic hiding in those fists.
来听声啊！大家听声啊！听声！哎，不是我有一点懵。哎，啊，这滑啊，这种。啊，能不能坚持一下？
One guy stepped in against a real kickboxer and got dropped in under 5 seconds. He didn't even have his hands up, looked more like he was about to start a dance routine than throw a punch. The master in the black shirt decided to go for an eye poke before the fight even started. The Muay Thai fighter had the perfect response. An Aikido master tried pulling off his fancy energy redirection tricks and ended up redirecting punches straight into his own face. A self-proclaimed kung fu master named Wang Yanlong made a fatal mistake. He didn't pick a wooden dummy to showcase his skills, but the legendary Muay Thai fighter Buakaw Banchamek.
Muay Thai World Champion.
As the fight began, Yanlong flaunted his kung fu mastery, but from the outside, he looked more like a drunken ballerina. Apparently, Yanlong put all his skill points into flashiness and forgot about actual damage, because Buakaw didn't even flinch at his strikes. Buakaw barely got started before Yanlong waved the white flag, faster than he landed a single real punch. Another clip, another so-called master. As the fight began, Shu made it clear this clown-style martial artist's strikes had absolutely zero effect.
这种是非常危险的，在比赛里面，第一回合结束。现在这个肖东峰，你打吧没事儿，后直再来，要打不还手。
Then came Shu's elbows, or rather, hellbows. Crumbled under pressure, the Kung Fu Panda quit before it got worse. One idiot grabbed his opponent's collar, acting tough. Karma hit back fast, and he paid for every bit of that arrogance.
Wow! Oh boy, that was completely unexpected.
Tanabe didn't give any punch.
This fraud thought he was the next Bruce Lee, assuming the outfit alone would guarantee victory. But as soon as the fight started, reality hit. He ran like a headless chicken. The real fighter didn't let him escape, and with one sleep-inducing kick, sent him straight into dreamland. If you enjoyed this video, you might like this one as well.